Hey there everyone, I hope you're all doing good. Today we are going to look at how to use the Boundary from Schlappi Engineering as a compressor. There is everything you need in this module to make a compressor, as you can use the slew part on top as an envelope follower, and you have a VCA over here with bias and inversion of the control. Let's explain how does a compressor work. First of all, we need a signal to compress. I made a beat out of my Yocto drum machine, and it's going into a mixer with a spring reverb inside. But the spring reverb of this mixer, even pushed at the maximum you can get, is this. It is not that big sounding. So one thing that I could do to fix that, if I want more of this spring reverb sound dwelling in the background, if I want to push it more up front, I will patch this into this input of our Boundary, which is the VCA input. Take the output back into our main output we had before. Now if I push this level here, the bias knob, I get basically the same thing with a bit more crush, because this VCA has a color. You can drive it a little bit too much, which is actually sounding pretty good on this beat. Now, the other thing we need to compress a signal is an envelope follower. So we will use the top part of the Boundary, the slew limiter. Let's multiply this audio signal and send it to the rectify input, which is made especially for envelope following, as it flips the negative part upside down that you can then slew. And here we can see our output result. This will be the attack of the compressor and the release of the compressor. So far, it isn't applied anywhere, but we don't even have to patch it through this VCA, as it's already patched in there. So the normal thing you will do would be to add control here. But by doing so, what we are doing is actually the opposite of compression. It's expansion. So when this hits, we analyze the curve of the dynamic and apply it to this VCA. So we can do some gating. But what we want is the opposite. Is we have our signal at full, and we want to remove some volume out of this. Conveniently, we have a little invert switch over here, which will invert the control voltage going into here. So now, the more I push this, the more this envelope removes some gain out of this knob. So now you can hear that we kind of killed a part of the transient, but we have more. That's the normal sound. Lots of transient, the reverb building in the background. Yeah, like the transient are completely crushed, and so we hear a bit more the reverb. So let's have some fun with the settings and see what we can do. The more we push on the attack time, the rise knob, the more we let some transient pass through. And the shorter this is, the more quickly the compressor will go back to normal. So it's easy to get some weird distortion out of it, but it can sound good actually, especially on drums like this. That's what I'm after. Some very squelchy thing. Now let's push a bit more. So this basically work as an opto compressor, or as a like this kind of compressor where you just have an input gain. This is how much you compress your output, and then you have your makeup gain over here. That's our normal signal. And here, completely squashed off. As we have some shaping possibilities over here, let's try to make the release exponential, but longer. Oh, that's good. Okay, and so as all of this is voltage controlled, why not? Let's try to send some control voltages to those two. I will leave them back at 0 and only push them this way, and we'll see what it does. So here I have a slow LFO. That will go to the right, let's say. That's interesting, a bit too much. Let's make another LFO over here with this boundary. Actually, let's use the angle grinder. There's some fun stuff to be done with this. Just let's try. To cycle the slew at the same time. Probably end up some very weird results. Oh, that's good. Let's try for a change to something to the bound input. And see how it reacts. Anyway, that's it for today. I'll put some of those weird beats on Patreon for the Producer Pack subscribers. Thanks for watching. See you next time.